There are several digital marketing strategies by which a business can achieve visibility online, right? Increase its business relevance and obviously increase business profitability as well. And social media management is undoubtedly one of these very many strategies by which a business can up its visibility, its relevance, and of course its profitability as well. So what exactly is social media management? As the name sounds, right? Social media management is simply managing a business's social media presence, ensuring that the business's mission, the business's vision, the business's unique selling proposition is well perceived, is well received by its social audiences, right? And in turn also getting this to translate into comments, interaction with the business in the forms of commenting, in the forms of liking posts, right? Resharing or sharing content, and even engaging with the business by clicking on a link to convert as a lead or as an outright buyer, sales conversion. The challenge obviously is this: sometimes most businesses set up their social media presence without putting in some very important and key factors into consideration. So welcome once again to this session, guys. Right, in this particular video I will take my time to outline 5 very important factors that you must put into consideration, you must consider as a matter of importance, before setting up your presence, your business presence on any given social media platform. So it is not just about having a presence on Snapchat, you understand, right? Or having your presence on TikTok or on X, right? It is about understanding some very important or key factors or elements before taking the very first step of creating an account and submitting your business details on these platforms. At the end of the day, guys, not all social media platforms will help you achieve your result, because not all social media platforms are set up to fit into your business goals. And that is why this video becomes important, to help you understand these very important factors before taking that very first step of creating your account on Twitter, X, LinkedIn, or Instagram. So right here on my board, I'll make you a list of 5 very important factors that you must put into consideration before setting up a social media presence. So let's hop right into my board immediately, guys, and let's learn together. Right? So welcome to my board, guys. I want us to consider these factors immediately, because these factors becomes important to help you achieve results at the end of the day, right, for your social media activities. So these are factors, right, to consider. So the very first factor to consider obviously are the target audiences, right? Who are your target audiences? I mean, in terms of their demographics, you want to factor in their age, their location, and their gender also, right? So are you targeting people between the ages of 18 to 35? Then you have to study the social media platforms by which you can reach this age. And usually platforms like Instagram, platforms like TikTok, right, will obviously help you reach this demography. So where is their location and what is their gender? So of course we know there's currently no social media platform that is gender biased, right? So you have to understand that all social media platforms currently allow males and females. Maybe some will allow for the third gender anyway, we don't know. Right? So their ages is very important, their gender also is very important. So you want to understand your target audience, and one particular way by which you understand your target audience is by simply coming up with your customer avatar, right? Coming up with your avatar your avatar document. Avatar document becomes important because it helps you map out your ideal audiences. Who exactly are you targeting with this particular product or this particular service, right? So yeah, target audience, one big factor to consider in social media platform selection. So the next factor to put into consideration will be your content format. What sort of content are you producing? So content format capability. So what kind of content does your brand produce? Are you familiar or in tune with long form content, short form content, text based content, or video based content, right? Of course, you can have all of these content forms or formats for your brand, but the truth becomes, at the end of the day, not all types of content formats will eventually help you get that so much coveted engagement, right? Some forms of content are more acceptable on different platforms more than others, right? So a good example would be on a platform like YouTube, right? Long form content and short form content, video content, obviously, short form, long form, and of course, video based content work on YouTube. So sometimes text based content are not in tune with YouTube audiences, right? A platform like TikTok, right, obviously rewards short or shorter versions of video content, right? And platforms like X, Twitter, also accept long form text-based content, right? And not more of video-based content. So you have to understand your content formats and the platform that appreciates your type of content, right? And produce content for each of these social media platforms. Now, the next factor to put into consideration will be your engagement potential, right? Where are your audiences most active? Where are your audiences most active, right? You want to ask that question. Are my audiences more active on TikTok? Are my audiences more active on Twitter? Are they more active on LinkedIn, right? So depending on what sort of business you run or you are currently into, right, your audiences are more active on one or two or maybe a multiple social media platform. But you have to identify which of the social media platforms has the most active target audience for your brand. So if you're into corporate services, you definitely understand that a platform like LinkedIn may be your go-to platform, right? Because it houses corporate individuals, right? If you're looking for political or you're into political services or products, right? A platform like X, propaganda platform or political platform like X, may be the best fit for you, right? And if you're into educational kind of business, a platform like YouTube may be your go-to social media platform. So you have to understand where your ideal audiences are most active, which is a very big factor to consider before settling for a social media platform for your brand. So the next one we have here is the platform growth and trend. What is the growth trajectory, right? How sustainable also is this platform? You don't want to have your business presence on a platform like Snapchat. Snapchat has over the time a very low engagement rate, and especially for third world countries, right? It may be popular in the Western world, like in the United States or Canada or Germany, right? But believe me when I say this, Snapchat isn't very much accepted in other countries, especially in Africa. So you have to understand the growth pattern for your chosen social media platform, and you have to understand the growth trajectory also, right, before you decide on which of these social media platform you want to invest your time, your resources, and some other valuable assets that your brand have, right? So the next before settling for a social media platform will definitely be the advertising options and cost. So what is the targeting capability of your chosen social media platform, and of course also what is the budget like, right? What is the billing method? These are factors we want to put into consideration, because at the end of the day, you wouldn't manage social media presence alone. You will also want to run paid and targeted campaigns, and that is where you need to understand what the targeting capability your chosen social media platform has, right? And of course also the billing format or formula, right? Is it an advert auctioning platform, and what other billing formula do they use? How expensive or how pocket friendly are their charges, right? So a platform like Facebook and Instagram over the years has stood the test of times, right? In terms of growth potential, and of course in terms of advertising strength. Also, a platform like Google also has also stood the test of time in terms of growth potential and trajectory, as well as in advertising assistance for businesses, right? So you want to put all of these factors into consideration before settling for one for your brand. So I hope this makes sense to you now, guys. So before going all out to commit resources, time, and some very other important items within your brand into a particular social media platform, you have to put some of these factors into consideration, and several other factors as well. This is just 5, and we are limiting this to 5 because of the length of this video, no doubt. But you want to take your time to study some other very important factors before you invest your hard-earned resources, time, money, and others into a specific social media platform. I hope this makes sense to you. So thank you so much once again, guys, for making it down to this particular section of my video. I hope to see you in my next. Bye for now.